So, we're down at KFC with Mr. Brent Kitto, General Manager of KFC New Zealand. Good morning to you, Brent.
Good morning.
Okay. As you know, we're looking at a story on slowish service throughout KFC. What's the story behind that?
Well, look, it's an age-old question for KFC. We're a little bit different from other fast food operators. We cook all our chicken fresh. It does take time. We don't pre-pack our meals. The guys have got to bundle them as the product is cooked, and try to make it as fresh as possible. From time to time, with our family packs, that $40, $50 meal, and regularly through the drive-through, takes some time. So if you're number 10 car in the queue, you're looking at 30 minutes, and that's tough for some consumers to understand sometimes. But that's the reality of cooking fresh product.
Sometimes you got to like a 15-minute wait inside.
Yep, 15-minute wait inside. That generally when we've run out of chicken. Our supplier will demand outstrip supply. It does take 15 to 20 minutes time to hand bread the chicken, to cook the chicken, and we're not like others. We've got a very, very expensive protein, and we can't just go, we'll cook 1,000 pieces because it only lasts an hour.
Yep. Would it be fair to say that during the day, wouldn't the managers be checking inside the reserves before they come out, and if they see like we've only got 2 trays left, wouldn't it be fair to say put on another batch of chicken?
We've got what we call a management projection and control, and that's printed out every day and it's filled out every half an hour. And it might say to have 150 pieces of chicken on hand, and you could have that 150 pieces of chicken on hand, but a bus will pull up.
Yep.
So and that's some of the things that we go through, and again it's about having a balance between the freshest product possible and minimising our waste, because we can't have a 3-cent patty that we can just discard at any time when you've got a raw piece of chicken that a starting point of 60 cents. For one piece of chicken. So it does happen, and the other reason it does happen, sometimes we're understaffed, particularly the Blenheim store is understaffed at the moment. We've gone through a lot of change. So
yep. So that would explain why really only one register is working at a time, even in the busy time.
Even in the busy times.
Okay. No, that's a fair comment. So I totally understand that. So it is an ongoing problem for KFC.
Yep, particularly for KFC Blenheim.
Yep.
Probably.
Sorry, I should have said that. Yes.
Yeah. Probably since about July last year, we turned over approximately 100% of our tank, or nearly 100% of our tank, because of theft and integrity issues that we discovered. Since then, it's been tough to employ people that are looking for either part-time hours and the blend of hours that suit people's lifestyles.
Yep.
Look, I'm happy to say that we're looking for at least 15 more people out of the other brands that are in the category that we're in. We're the highest paying. We're going through a really structured approach because of what we've had in the past in the store and the ongoing problems. It's frustrating. I'm down here regularly from Auckland. I'm totally aware of it. It's a daily interest for me. But I'm here to support the new team and the new manager.
So that really brings us on to another question, though. Well, you do have a big sign out there saying hiring. They're hiring now.
Yep.
And at least 2 people I know have sent off the application online and have been rejected for a job.
Yep.
What happens there? Why was that?
Okay, so we've got an online screening and we call it TRMI, and it's a system that we've used for many years, and it's it helps screen things like work ethic, teamwork, all sorts of things. Now, in December we shifted to an online form, and what we've found, there is one question in particular that is a critical question, and if you don't get that right, it puts you in a different bucket. But there is confusion around how that's the wording of that, and because of that, people have answered in the wrong way. So we've worked through that and rectified it. But as I've said to the management team this morning, people coming in for jobs. Yes, we've got a system and process, and we're a highly process system, but we need 15 staff. We need 15 great people, and if they've got the time to come in and see you, you know what they're all about. Let's go through and bypass the system for the meantime until we get the numbers back to where they need to be.
Because you're covered by the 3 months.
No,
you're not.
We don't apply that in our contract.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why we think that's we're being fair and reasonable when it comes to the 90-day law. We don't apply it. It's not in our contract. So we back ourselves to make the right call for the right person at the time. So no need for the 90-day. If you've got a job for us and you want to work, you don't have to worry about that 90-day. You've just got to come to work, follow the rules and procedures, and help out your mates.
Yep. No, that's fair enough. Where was I up to? Okay, we're down here at 9:15 p.m. We waited in line for about 10 minutes. There's only 3 people in front of us. Lady in front of us decided to walk out because that was it.
Yep.
So we asked her, and we'll have that interview shortly, why she walked out. And she says the waiting time, we asked her how long she'd been waiting. So she'd been waiting in line for 10 minutes. And she turned around and says there's another half an hour wait on chicken at 9:15 at night. What would be a acceptable wait time? If you were a customer and not the GM of KFC, what would you expect an acceptable waiting time would be?
Well, that's a tough question after 20 years in the business and knowing the standards of all the competitors. And knowing that our ticket average, customers spend more money with us. There are a lot more food coming across the counter than the other establishments. So it's a tough question as a consumer because I just know. But look, 10 minutes wait if you're behind 3 or 4 people. Look, that's not unreasonable.
No.
But a half an hour wait is totally unreasonable because they've run out of chicken. But look, like I said, it happens from time to time. We do run close to the wire from time to time because it has to be cooked from fresh. But it does happen. I don't like it happening, but it does happen.
It wasn't only chicken on that night though. They also ran out of potato and gravy.
Potato and gravy, and look.
And there was another half hour wait for that as well.
Absolutely. Now you can see the trend in that. Obviously they've been busy. Potato and gravy and chicken are a match made in heaven. They are absolutely fantastic. And generally, if you're going to run it, you're going to run it at the same time. Our gravy's not some sort of add water type thing. We've got to go through the process of boiling it, thickening it, straining it. So it does take time. It does take half an hour to do a batch of gravy.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. While we were here and we were interviewing the customers outside, the shift manager at 9:30 locked the doors, stop people coming in with customers inside. Would that interfere with public safety?
No, it won't, because we've got a green button on the door that you push for exit. It states on our door that we are actually closed an hour earlier or half an hour earlier, whatever the day is. There is no public safety issue there.
Okay, no, that's fine.
But I understand the perception. I don't think we've had any benefits from the staggered closing times. So in March, our new year, we're going back to what we were 12-18 months ago. If the drive-thru is open, the front counter is open. So we've had no benefit from what we were trying to achieve for the staff. But we've also got more safety procedures in place now because we had some security incidents, particularly in the restaurant. We're confident now that we've got that resolved, and also probably a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to a couple of incidences around the country, but we're looking to change that. But look, rest assured, if anybody wants to get out, there's a button right next to the door. Push that, the door's open.
Okay, no, that's good. Now, as I spoke to you earlier off camera, we've been going through the Facebook page. Okay, we're a big fan of the Facebook page. One of the questions on the Facebook page, right? Whoever does your Facebook says, look, send a complaint through the contact form on our website, and someone will get back to you. Okay. No one does. Why is that?
Well, that's an unfair statement because we do get back to a lot of customers.
Okay.
There is a lot of interaction between our consumers, ourselves. Look, from time to time, I've got to say, some people don't push submit, and we do not get it. They exit out of the page, and we're none the wiser. There are, from time to time, there is some complaints that, for whatever reason, they don't get back to, and generally they come back to me and I deal with them directly.
Okay. No, that's fine. Someone on your Facebook says, why are the chicken pieces getting smaller?
Chicken pieces are not getting smaller. They're the same size they've always been. Right.
Okay. No, that's cool. Now, someone also says they waited 15 minutes in line. We've talked about the wait time. To getting a meal that they were thinking was going to be nice and hot and fresh. Okay. When they got to the window, they were told there was no potato and gravy. We've been through that. They would upgrade my chips to a large portion, and they were happy with that. So that's good. That's good. KFC decided to do something about it. They told them there was no wicked wings either, so we're running out a lot of products here. So they gave them chicken strips. They got home to have the feed, and apparently it was tasteless and dry.
Look, I don't know what's happened there, but look, from the negatives out of that, it sounds like the team were trying to do their best and offering other meal solutions and upgrading for no charge. I'm happy with the team doing that, but what I'm not happy about again is why they're running out. Were they just run off their feet? And it does happen from time to time. It happens with our competitors. It happens at local restaurants. It happens at fish and chip shops.
No, that's right. So, who monitors your Facebook page and the answers?
Well, we have.
Without giving names.
Look, we have we've got 2 full-time digital managers in the organisation. They monitor, they send the feedback off to area managers, and we get daily updates, weekly updates on the types of feedback and where we can improve. So it's a bloody valuable tool. And what I found since we've started it is we're getting more tangible feedback than people not saying anything. So a lot of these issues aren't new. It's a new forum.
Okay.
So, like I said to you before, I've been with the business for 20 years and we've come on leaps and bounds. Look, there is more negativity on feedback on Facebook, but our transactions continue to grow year on year.
Well, you have a lot of fans that do have good things to say.
Absolutely.
And I showed you the sheets I've printed out this morning. So, I'm like you. I've been going to KFC since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. And I do feel from when I was 10 to when I am now that this is me personally, okay, that some of it has actually, it is going down on the quality of the chicken. We've had dried chicken ourselves quite a few times.
Yep.
Some people on Facebook have said there's more gravy than potato and gravy. We've had lumps in there from the mix in our potato. What would KFC do, or what is KFC doing now to improve the customer experience?
Obviously, like I just said, we take that feedback and we try to enhance the procedures we've got. We're highly processed. A lot of our procedures, 90% of them, have not changed in 25 years.
Right.
So the people's perception of the brand's changing from when you're young.
Yep.
There is a perception there. The only thing that probably has changed is generations.
Yep.
I remember going to KFCs and there was lots and lots of friendly faces, and they'd always been there. And but we've got a bit of a revolving door when it comes to our employees, particularly Blenheim, and we've forced the issue there, admittedly. But generations have changed. We're still as proud as punch of this product because it's so unique and so tasty. It's just, I'm biased. It's fantastic. When I have my KFC once a week, which I go to, I live in Pukekohe. I don't get any special treatment. I go through the drive-through like everybody else. I don't do the discounts. But every Friday, Saturday night, there is a childhood memory or a memory comes back from that chicken. But I've got to say, our stores look different. We've got different people. Generations have changed, but potato and gravy has been the same in this country for the last 35 years. Original recipe. The only thing that's changed is some years with Ingham, some years with Tegel, but the processes, the equipment are all 100% the same.
Okay. One thing I have noticed as well, and I heard a manager bark out the back while I was standing in the front counter one day saying, stick to the menus, process. Why cannot a customer request a certain way? Right, like some customers don't like the wings, so they'd ask for 2 pieces of big pieces, or or a couple of jump sticks.
We try to be as accommodating as possible, but the reality is there's 2 drumsticks, 2 thighs, 2 ribs, 2 wings, and 1 breast to every bird. And that's how we purchase it, and we bundle the products to give a discount, but they do have to have a mixture of the combinations. Otherwise, our financials don't work. And there are a lot of stores out there that are very accommodating because they know they've got regular customers that come through and they just want all wings. And I can tell you that from time to time people get really disappointed because they can't get all their wings. They've got to have bigger pieces. It's just the reality of chicken.
Would it be acceptable though, listening as a customer to a manager bark at his staff to say stay with the...
Bark's a strong word. Instruct, remind.
No, she yelled it.
Well, maybe your perception, but you've also got to understand that we do have limited accommodations, but we also have, and I'm not saying that you're one of them. We have some pretty demanding customers and treat our staff like, I've got to say it, like dirt. And it's not all beer and skittles for the guy behind the front counter. It's a pressure organisation. It's not all beer and skittles for the guy behind the front counter. It's a pressure organisation. We are proud of our product. It takes a lot of hard work to deliver a great product. Time we get it wrong, and I fully admit that we can't get it right all the time, as much as I want to. But pressure situations do happen, and again, different generations will deal with it in different ways. It's frustrating. If I could have the flexibility that we've got in today's age, with the work ethic and pride of people of the 60s and 70s, would be on a winning formula, but that's just not the reality.
No. Well, the best thing we can say is stick with Black KFC Blenheim. Changes are happening.
Changes are happening,
yep.
And if anybody wants a job, come see Doris, our new manager. It's going to be a different place. We are understaffed. It will take time, but like I said, it's a daily event for me. I stay close to it, and I'm down here once a month. I'll leave my details with you, and if you've got any really frustrated consumers that just want to have a vent,
yep.
They can get hold of you, and you can pass on my details.
Okay, excellent. Brian, thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers, bud.